What's up, guys? My name is Biagio, and I'm going over my trades for this week. I made $843.54 on my Buell Knox Master account, which is a sim funded account, similar to like a Top Step Express account, um, with the same platform and everything. So, $843 on the week. I only traded 3 out of the 5 trading days this week, and that's mainly because the prior week, last week on Tuesday, I had a major tilt day. I ran up two fund over the course of a month. I ran up two funded accounts to about $2,000 in balance each, and was following my rules really well. And then just couldn't accept the loss. So tilted, over traded, blew them both. Um, and yeah, so ever since that day, I was trading evals this week, but the rest of the week last week. But I was really just kind of blowing them. And then I kind of sat down last Saturday. I said, you know what, let me, as much as documenting all my trades and having this like nice Notion board where everything's kind of built out and I can go back and review it, I'm not really keeping myself accountable because I have these days quite a bit, and this one was horrible because I a whole month of time and I ran up the accounts so high up and I didn't even pull one payout. I guess not so high up, but I spent time and was disciplined and followed my rules, and didn't even pull a payout out before blowing it up rather. But yeah, so I was like, I reviewed this week, the following week, and I decided to trade this week. Um, I went paper on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I decided to trade the only funded account I have left that was kind of fresh. I activated it on Tuesday, I think it was. Started trading it on Monday, and yeah, I traded a form of ICT concepts I learned from people who learned from ICT. Um, and I kind of just been recently putting things together myself and just making it more of my own. But a lot of my trading style is, I would say 95% of it, 98% of it is built off of ICT. So yeah, let's go into the trade specifically. Wednesday was an accidental day. I always trade MNQ. I try to risk around $200 per trade. But to break myself back into trade a funded account and not focus so much on the profits and focus more on just my process of trading, I decided to size light. So I was supposed to go into MNQ on this trade here, but as you can see, I forgot to change it to NQ, and um, I went into contracts, two full contracts on NQ because I forgot to switch it. So I got in, price shot up like 12 points pretty much immediately, and I realized like holy shit, like I'm making a lot of money. And I looked up, I was like, damn, I'm trading the wrong future contract. So I closed out pretty quickly as soon as we hit this high right here. And yeah, I closed out. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna close it out. It is what it is. I got super lucky because if that would have went the wrong way, I would have blown an account. But got lucky on that. But the overall idea for the trade made a lot of sense. We swept this H1 liquidity, this H1 swing low. So we swept liquidity. Price showed me that we wanted to go up now, like we were ready to reverse, and the only thing I could find was this 30-second fair value gap to inverse for me to take a trade. Realistically, I could have entered here because we had a change in the state of delivery off this downward candle once we engulfed that. I could have entered here, but for more confirmation, I waited for this inverted fair value gap. This 50%, this yellow line right here is 50%. This would have been my break even, but once price hit this right here and I saw ES is this one right here, hit the 50% mark there, I was like, all right, I'm done. And I closed out for, I think it was like 12 points, so nothing crazy, but was able to secure a green day off that nonetheless. So this was an accident day that worked in my favor. I'll take it as much as I can get. On Thursday, I had a red day. Um, Made some mistakes on a really classic trade, one of my favorite models, the Datawick. So Thursday came, we had unemployment claims at 8:30. Overall I was bearish, so it was nice when the Datawick came out. We were also tapping into 15-minute fair value gap, and we started rejecting down. I think I just entered discretionally here because I couldn't find any gaps. I probably could look in the 15-second and found something, but I couldn't really find any gaps. So I said, you know what? We made this order block, this 1 minute order block right here. So I'm going to enter it. I'll enter super light stops at the highs pretty much here, because if we are going to go for data lows, we should hit this before hitting this, as per my model. So that happened. Realistically, I messed up because I should have trimmed at this data low. I should have trimmed half right there, but I really wanted us to go and hit this low, because my idea was on the 15-minute we hit the internal fair value gap. So once we tap that, theoretically, based on my understanding of price, we should come back down and take out this low, right? Because price retraced and now ready to come back down. It made sense because the data low was there, yada yada yada. But yeah, I didn't trim here, so I just trailed my stop loss to right here, and I got hit break even. Well, I guess trailing stop for like $40. So I was up $40 in the day, pretty much nothing. So that happened, and then I took a few other trades, which then brought me down to about negative 200. So I took this trade. This one was a little bit more discretionary as well, because we had no sweep. It was a B setup. It was kind of like a draw and liquidity play. I thought price wanted to hit the previous day low right here, but yeah, we didn't. So we came up. Usually I would stop out once this inverted fair value gap gets closed over, so it gets invalidated. But I said, you know what, the price is choppy here. Let me let it breathe. I'm size small enough where, I'm okay with taking the loss, so why not let it breathe and see what happens? And I did, and I found out what would happen the hard way. And then I think I took one more trade. I think I should have probably trimmed here, but this was a data candle actually. So yeah, I think this is actually a paper trade if I'm not mistaken. But I took a few more trades. This was like the big loss here, and then I was kind of just getting stopped out, break even, and I say, you know what, I'm down $200. I can come back from losing $200. So let me just pack it up, lock myself out. It was 11 o'clock. I tried to stop trading by then, because I just found them the most profitable between like 9:30 and 11 if there's no news. If there is news at 8:30, then 8:30 to 11 I would sometimes look for trades. But yeah, 11 o'clock came around. I was like, you know what, let's just call it a day here. I locked out the account and just kept it pushing. Friday was a great day. It was a really, really good day. I was size light, so it could have been an even bigger day, but this was just a really quality trade setup. So this was a data wick. I got it on the 15-second, trim one, then got stopped out, break even, re-entered on a 30-second inverted fair value gap, and yeah, rest is history. So 15-second fair value gap, I combined these two because I didn't want to just get in off of this inversion, because I was like, there's a small chance that we hit off this little gap here, and I've seen it happen before, and we'll come back up and hit this, and then maybe we would have created SMT and came back down. I didn't want to risk that, so I got in here. The stop loss is actually right about here, not here. And then I trimmed one once we hit the 50%, because this is a common bounce area. And then I moved stops to break even, and then bam, we got hit break even on that. So it was one trim. I think I was up, $100, which is cool. And then I said, you know what, I usually don't like re-entering on these, but this was following my bias. I was bearish still, so I was like, you know what, let me if price provides a clean re-entry, I'll jump back in. And that's what happened. This was actually a 30-second, but I was in the 1 minute when I took the screenshot. So we had the data high sweep. I know I got on the 15-second, got hit break even on this one right here. And then as soon as price came up, we were respecting this 1 minute fair value gap, and then we inverted this bullish fair value gap. So once we did that, I got in with two micros just risking the $100 that I made. So I was like, hey, I'll risk the $100. Worst comes to worst, I'm break even on the day. I can enjoy my weekend and not beat myself up about it. Best case scenario is it's a 5 hour and I make $500. So that's what happened. I just held the two fully all the way down. I was stressing a bit when we kind of came back here because there was nothing for us to really tap into. There was no displacement. But yeah, I held out, got really lucky, didn't get wicked out break even. And then price came down and smashed that for, I think it was like a 5R, maybe a little bit more, or 4R rather. I think it was a 4R, right? Because I had $100, and then we made 470, so almost a 5R, and that's how I made 571 that day. So overall, it's a green week, 843 on the week, really solid. And yeah, I'm gonna try to post recap video every day, of that trading day specifically, and then probably either on Saturday or Sunday I'll push out a video going over the entire week and what I could have done better and something like this. So if you're here for this long for my first video, I appreciate it. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment a few things you think I could do better. And yeah, thanks. I'll catch you in the next one.